And then there's also the Ubisoft scandal that's also been happening lately. Before this video starts, like again, I just want to say what I know about this. As far as I know, Ubisoft has made a bunch of old games DLCs unplayable. You cannot buy it, you cannot have it, you cannot do anything with it, and they pretty much just like said, "Fuck you," to the consumer. That's at least what I know. I don't know anything more about that.
Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. It's a game you probably haven't thought about in a long time, let's be honest. But it's in the news
I've heard
right now,
his voice
because
before.
A few days ago, the game's Steam page displayed a warning telling users that this title would be delisted from the storefront. That's kinda weird.
What?
Generally, single-player games are only delisted due to licensing agreements, and as far as I can tell, this game doesn't rely on licensed music or the likeness of mass-produced cars. More concerning, though, was how this announcement was phrased. The exact wording was, "This game will not be accessible following September 1st, 2022.
Is it going to Ubisoft's own site then?
The way that sounds is that this game will not be playable after that point.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
even
like.
if you bought it. And that would be a bad thing. A very bad thing. Making this situation worse was the fact that a few days prior, the game was on sale for the Steam Summerfest. What it started to look like...
It sounds like they just want the money. We're watching YouTubes. Damn right we're watching YouTubes. But welcome. But it seems like, again, a lot of video games have done this throughout the years, right? If you play it on the PlayStation 3, like some games are not really how do you say this, stable anymore, right? With like DLCs and stuff like that, and even like PlayStation 2 back in the days, right? Like PlayStation 2, right? There was still also issues again. A lot of them on Xbox, like the old Xbox as well. There are stuff like licensing problems and stuff like that, where you can't buy stuff, and some things even just go away completely. But I thought we were watching Minecraft. Yes, beautiful Minecraft based.
Like was that Ubisoft was trying to goat people into buying this game that was on sale right before it got delisted, in hope those angry customers would shell out for the more expensive Assassin's Creed 3 remaster.
Yeah, the remaster. Obviously. I would probably have done the same. If I wanted a lot of money, fuck yeah, I'd done the same. Just like, tell you can no longer buy this game, removing it off the fucking off Steam, right? And then release the new fucking game, the remastered version, because fuck them, right? That's what I've done. That's what I've done. Yeah, they're definitely doing the right thing here.
Also included...
It's anti-consumer, but I'd probably done the same.
Liberation HD. Oof. This didn't come out of nowhere. It was hot off the heels of Ubisoft announcing that online services would be shutting down for several of its PS3, Xbox 360 era
There's
titles.
a cool Microsoft called One of
PlayStation. Got pretty upset.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos. They get recommended to me all the fucking time. It's crazy, but they're really good as well. Like I genuinely like them. I genuinely fucking like them. I watch them a lot actually. I have an issue. I have problems. I have AIDS.
And rightfully so.
Goddamn.
Ubisoft responded with a statement that Liberation HD and the other games on the list of titles losing online support would not be made inaccessible for those who already purchased it. They could still play the games after September 2022. It was a misunderstanding, according to them. But then,
what about my because again I have Assassin's Creed Black Flag for my PlayStation 3 with all the DLC yet to it. Like what the fuck? What the fuck about my DLC then? Like what would happen with that? All childish, but I still watch them. Yeah, that's true. DLCs are like up and lows. Yeah, I get a lot of DLCs. Let's say we can even take a game with like Hearts of Iron. The DLC is not worth the money. They're not worth the money. EU4, the DLC is not worth the fucking money. They should be cheaper. That's what it is. Let's say a game like Black Ops 2. In Black Ops 2, you would buy map packs, so you could play maps that you otherwise would have to, you would have to pay to play maps, pay to get different special guns, pay to get different shit. Which again, I will still say was the fucking biggest cock in the goddamn ass when I was a little kid. Cause again, if I didn't buy any fucking map packs for Black Ops 2, I would just have been stuck playing Transit all fucking day. Literally, like. Pay-to-win games are the fucking most biggest cock in the ass ever. Like, the only games that I can somewhat respect with like, where you pay for stuff is like if it's completely, utterly cosmetics. That's the only way I can respect the game if it's only cosmetics. Okay, RE4 is not pay-to-win though. RE4 is definitely not pay-to-win. But again, it's still pay to have it easier to get achievements, pay to actually have fun, pay to actually have what comes out in the games. Buy mills? If you could buy mills, that would be
clarified
fucking
that
weird, dude.
For
That
a
would
lot
be
of these games, any DLC would be removed from the store and made unplayable, even if you already bought it. Oh, Ubisoft.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
You silly, stupid son of a...
You
Some
silly little
speculated
goose.
that Ubisoft's reactionary response to the backlash was something of a PR reversal. That they fully intended on delisting the games, making these titles unplayable even if you bought it. It was only after the heat of the moment,
I know it's a digital thing, right? But if I buy something and they remove the remove the way that I can play the game, then that's stealing. In any sense of the word. I know it's digitally, but if I buy something and then they take my ability to play something I bought away from me, that's stealing in every fucking sense of the word. That's not. No. That's fucking stealing. If you take something away from me that I bought, that's stealing. If I owe something that I bought, that again, it's fine. Take it away from me. I owe something. But in this case, I did not motherfucking owe anything. Do not take my shit away. Assassin's Creed got killed after Black Flag. Yeah, Black Flag was the last good one. Last fucking good Assassin's Creed. It's robbing someone's board game. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm literally playing, but that's why I'm playing chess on a fucking board game, right? And then some motherfucker comes in and says like, oh, you bought that from my store like fucking 40 years ago. It's mine now. But why? Because we don't want to sell it anymore. It's a licensing agreement and shit like that. The fuck? I bought it. It's mine fair and fucking square. Why don't people just sue him? Yeah, because I think there are probably already a lot of people that are suing them. Let's just be honest. Again, there are just not a lot of people that are very open, like very a lot of people that sue people never ever get talked about. Again, Microsoft have been sued like 1 billion fucking times, but nobody talks about it because again, they get sued all the time. Sometimes they get sued and then nobody talks about it because they don't want to be open about this shit. Imagine buying a game and they shut down their website and the game you bought just be stealed because you're not allowed to play it. And like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. It's fucking retarded.
They reversed this decision, but only partially. Now, knowing what we know about Ubisoft, its corporate policies, and the fact it really loves that money, I wouldn't doubt
love money
for
a lot. They
second
really love money.
that this was the case. In fact, I believe it. This DLC removal seems restricted only to the PC versions of the game.
Show me first
which
moment
is
right
weird.
here. Yeah.
But I think I have a
Hey,
theory.
all I gotta say is I know I gotta say like I really want to be like Tommy K. I love Tommy. I fucking love Tommy. He's literally like the best streamer right now. I love him. I fucking love him to death. And yeah, genuinely, my and Tommy, we have like genuinely like the same opinions, so it makes sense that I'm kind of like a Tommy clone.
Ubisoft is one of those especially awful companies that require internet connection to Ubisoft servers on PC to play
I hate that.
games.
I hate that.
If you buy a Ubisoft game on Steam, you're gonna have to jump through some hoops to play it. You can't really just boot up these games. You gotta make sure you install
what can I say, man? I love him
for some reason.
I just
you
love
have
him
to
a lot.
sign up with the Ubisoft accounts and sign the Ubisoft EULA agreement. A lot of things you generally don't have to do on Steam unless you're playing a Ubisoft or EA or Activision game. I mean, they all have some form of this, but, you know, they're the garbage companies.
Ubisoft can just
I
go boom in
think
the
that
fire.
Ubisoft wanted to shut down all these games.
But again, at least it's like, again, Ubisoft are still putting out half-decent games sometimes. Sometimes gamers. Don't get mad at me, okay? But at least, again, it's another company that should not be as greedy as they are. They should see where the wind is blowing and just like chill, right? They should chill. But again, I don't know. Again, Ubisoft just made so many good games, like Rainbow Six Siege. Like again, just like the Tom Clancy games in general. They've always genuinely been like really good games, right, and stuff like that. And again, it's just Plants vs Zombies as well, right? Again, they have made good games, right? But it's just sad that they just have to be such a fucking shitty company. It's kind of like, again, EA and Ubisoft, like, in nowhere near the same league, right? But it seems like Ubisoft wants to be the new EA. Like, they just keep doing anti-consumer shit. Some games are bad, but Ubisoft is just, it gets on my nerve. Yeah, I get that.
But in the process realized that it would make all of these games unplayable. It's possible that these games rely on Ubisoft servers for that initial activation, DRM, and EULA agreements, and they didn't want to spend the money to keep those servers active.
Yeah,
In this
obviously,
case,
I wouldn't
you
want
would
to do
ask,
that.
why not just delist the games, but let people who own the titles continue playing? Well, I think it's because they would have to reconnect to Ubisoft's antiquated servers for that EULA if they ever started a new file over. After all this backlash, they decided, okay, we'll maintain that basic functionality to play the game, but we're still going to shut down Uplay and the other online elements that manage DRM.
It's so
or
fucking weird.
DLC. It's just a theory, but it's the only way any of this makes sense.
died
to
and
me.
AC
I mean,
died,
think about
and then
how
most
DLC
died, like
works
most
on
games
other
died down.
platforms.
I think it's in some sense of the word, it's like an oversaturation of games. They don't know what they're gonna do with the games. That's why they just keep pumping out the same game pretty much over and over and over. And they don't know what the fuck to do with them, because again, Assassin's Creed, they made really good games. The Assassin's Creed games were really good at the start, but again, they just kept making the same games, not enough innovation in the game, and that just means they died. And because they're games, they're like less people are buying them. That means they have to be like, well, we're not making as much money on them. Let's do some motherfucking microtransactions, right? And again, that's what they think. That's how they're gonna make their money back, and it's so dumb.
Ubisoft games. Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, they generally host the content on their storefronts. There's no additional cost to the publisher after the fact unless they rely on their own servers to verify its authenticity. Because usually, even a game that's considered outdated and hasn't gotten updates for years doesn't get its DLC removed.
Yeah,
I mean, you can still buy the MW2 stimulus package if you really want. If true, it's kind of a...
another thing I have is... After AC4, the story just got so weird and fancy. Yeah, it's true. They got way too fantasy. Yeah, again, they just kind of like when they went away from like the core, Assassin's Creed shit, like the core, like being an assassin, assassinating people. It was that was the good shit thing about the game. Again, it was just a guy doing assassin shit, right? And that's what we wanted to play. We didn't want to fucking play like fucking Midgard or like fucking ancient Egypt throwing fucking I don't know, doing dumb shit, right? That's not what we wanted. Also, comedy, bureaucracy kills creativity, and the worst part is that these whales buy out any promising game company as well. That's true. But again, I will still say, like, Ubisoft inherently is not a bad game. It's because they have literally sold their fucking soul to shareholders, to like these people that hold a lot of shares, like basically hold control over the company, and they don't care about if the game is good. They just care about if it makes a lot of money. That's all they fucking care about, and that's just how it fucking is.
End for these titles, destroyed by Uplay and Ubisoft's greed and lack of foresight. I mean, maybe
I just want to play a good Battlefield, okay? That's all I want, okay?
I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but regardless, it really has
I
brought
want a
to
game that historical but still has some stuff wrong to make the game fun. That's what I like about games, historical ones. Yeah, again, historical games genuinely are really good, unless it's the Battlefield, like the World War II Battlefield game. Besides that, again, I think, that's like a bad way of like making a historical game. But stuff like Hearts of Iron, where they take his history like genuinely very serious. Like Battlefield 1, I really like that as well, because again, it was genuinely very historical with a bit of like Battlefield 1 wasn't shit. It sold so fucking many copies. I played it a fuck ton. I really liked Battlefield 1. Again, I like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 and Battlefield Bad Company 2 better, but I really liked Battlefield 1. Again, I would still say Battlefield 1 was the best game, like was the last good Battlefield that I could stand to play. Battlefield, 2042 and like the World War II one was full fucking shit. Armpit real? Sure. Praise to me, gay, love to me, gay, suck to me, kiss dick. But yeah, I thought Battlefield 1 was good. I think it was good. It sold so many copies. And the trailer, oh my god, the trailer was so fucking good.
No longer are online-only titles the ones that disappear. Nothing is safe. Remember when Blizzard's Warcraft 3 released as a remastered version of the original title?
That makes sense.
It was garbage.
Like, again,
new bugs, new issues the original game didn't suffer from. And remember how it replaced the original game, erasing it from the face of the earth? Yeah, we're living in a time when games...
Oh yeah, they did that. Sorry, I can't even speak. Warcraft 3 got delisted because they made a remastered version of the game, and then they fucked the remastered version up so much, and then they were kind of like, we're not gonna fucking fix it, and then we're gonna release like the old game again? No, fuck you! And that's pretty much what they did. Ain't gonna go talk about the suck. I do that all the time, man. That's like very normal. That we do that all the time.
Really just
it's just sucking some kid's dick. Like, we love him.
And that's scary.
He's the god of the street.
It's brought up a few conversational points of the whole digital versus physical debates. And I've talked about this before on another channel, but the sad reality of the situation is that physical media doesn't always solve these problems. Now, first off, on PC, physical media is gone. Modern PCs
Yeah.
don't have disk drives, and while you could...
Hey, whoa. I have a disk drive. Like, I have a disk drive in my PC. Like, what the fuck? I still have one. Come on, man. Lisa got to it. Wait, Lisa got to it, to be honest. The fuck?
By an external drive, almost no new PC titles are released on disk.
Gotta give
And if
Lisa a
they
break sometimes,
are,
you know?
Well, it's usually just a box with a code, or the disk...
Yeah, that was the same with like Fallout 76. If you guys know like that situation, they could buy physical copies, but the physical copies was just like a disc with like a CD, like a what do you call that, cardboard CD, and like where the CD, your normal CD is, where you just like moved it over and there was a code behind it. It was so fucking dumb.
as part of the game. So in this case, it doesn't really matter. It's just a non-option on this platform. On consoles, physical media is also not a perfect solution to these issues.
I'm gonna say it like this: I like physical copies of games. I will always prefer physical over anything else. That's also why I bought this, the Metal Gear Solid like fucking Legacy Collection. I bought this because I knew that there were probably not gonna be a million of these like at some point, and I had to fucking buy them. I'm gonna play through all these motherfucking games. I haven't played them yet. I've had it for like a month, but I really want to play through them all. So where's your Lisa? I gotta go see a man. Girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend, unfortunately. I've been talking with a girl like for a little on and off, right? For a couple of days now. And again, I don't know. She's a bit weird in my opinion. She's a bit weird. But like she sucks good dicks. So, like that's a good thing, right? But yeah, I don't know. She hasn't really. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far to call her my girlfriend.
At least. Games aren't played off the disc on a modern console. They're
And plus, I'm a Hoi 4 player. I can't have a girlfriend. Like, what the fuck?
installed to the hard drive or SSD. The Blu-ray is nothing more than a key after that.
That was such a fucking good video. Like, Xbox announced the fact that you could not trade games, and then PlayStation comes out with this fucking banger. How to trade games on PlayStation. A guy gives the physical copy to his mate. That's all they gotta do to fucking trade games. It was so fucking good. Dangus? Yeah, I know Dangus has one, right? But Dangus is also like fucking shit at the game, so it is what it is, you know?
Points. It allows the console.
Have you seen him in Bokone games? It's fucking trash.
Game. While discs can still offer benefits, like you get to keep it if you lose your account, it's not really the same level of ownership that it was, say, 20 years ago. Under the term...
Oh, when I was like 10 years old with the PlayStation 1 and 2 and 3, right? Where me and my friends, we would like trade games to each other, right? So we could like play each other's games and stuff like that, and they would write like an S behind it, like for like Simon, because that's my name, and L for Lucas and stuff like that, and just trade games. It was so fucking
terms
good.
Of service that you agree to when using these devices, publishers
Kicked
could
on you,
legally
yeah.
just remove access to any title you own, even if you still have the disc. I mean, an update could go out tomorrow making all copies of Ratchet and Clank or
Ratchet and Clank was so fucking good. Those games are amazing. Actually, like top tier games.
The disc. I guess we could also bring up disc rot if you really wanted to go that far, but
disc rot?
I'm not going to go there today. When it comes to DLC, the physical media aspect doesn't really matter that much. Like, it's downloadable content, not on disc. And
that's true.
In the cases of a
well, but there are like cases that have like the downloadable content on the CDs already, isn't there? Like there's like the like legacy editions and stuff like that. I genuinely think they have all the stuff on them already, as far as I remember.
Definitive edition or a re-release, this can include that content.
Yeah.
But it's still a non-option for PC, and a lot of games don't get those definitive editions. So, if not physical media, what's the solution? Well, I guess you could say DRM-free PC games?
GOG.
That could bypass.
Good old games, so fucking good.
That, maybe console
you buy so many
games,
games, so many old games on that.
Yeah, that's the state of modern gaming for you.
Fuck modern
gaming.
gaming.
The worst part about all of this is that the issue isn't going away. Like, Ubisoft didn't learn its lesson from before. Even now, Ubisoft games on Steam still require you to have a Ubisoft account to connect to whatever
I don't understand why they keep the games on Steam. I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. If you have your own service, which you make 100% of profits from, then why the fuck do you not just keep it on your own fucking platform? Instead of having... I know there's a lot more people on Steam, right? And it's a cock in the ass to go on Ubisoft. But again, giving about 50, I think about 45 to 40% of all your income from that game you just sold is not motherfucking worth it, my guy. It's not fucking worth it. Like, goddamn.
Ubisoft platform they still use today. They haven't changed, and eventually, all of these games, every Ubisoft title on PC, will probably be unplayable, even if you paid for them. For these particular titles, they'll probably wait a few more years and then remove all support, because they don't want to keep the servers up. At least if my theory.
Well, it makes sense,
still,
right? You don't want to spend money on something that's gonna make money.
Paid DLC from people.
They can't be like,
bad enough.
oh shit, sorry. I just fucking clicked on like a different on a fuck. Give me those hands. Okay. Why they can't be like Epic Games? Yeah, exactly. Why not just be? Why not? But again, they have never really had, like, Ubisoft has never had like the best. What do you call it? The best platform, right? The platform is not good. Like, it's not good at all. But why they don't do it like Epic Games is actually facts. Like, why they don't maybe collect, like, then Activision Blizzard and Ubisoft, they could like stand together and make like a platform like together or something, right? Like that. But you know, Epic Games also has a lot of other games than just Ubisoft games, right? And they could also allow like other companies to have games on their platform. Again, they have options to do this shit.
To follow it up with the statement on how they
should
care
be like Epic
about
Games.
legacy titles is just par for the course. Here's hoping all that lost DLC gets preserved on PC, which I'm sure it will.
It will 100%.
Yeah, it's kind of an unfun situation all around, ain't it? I wanted to end this on a happier note, so I guess here's a picture of Ubisoft's share value.
Hey, what up, Mangus? My man goes to blow up like I got
but
nobody.
I'm feeling better already.
Fuck Ubisoft, right? But again, good video. Like, explained a lot about this situation right here.